have one? Because, you know, at first it was the public was behind him. You know, hey, Republicans, you're being crazy to make this fight over Obamacare. But as this draws out longer, you sense a little bit of, I don't know, I'm not saying the momentum is changing, but just you sense that people are getting a little more confused about it.
Everybody's losing. I mean, there's confusion on Capitol Hill.
Right.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, nobody comes out of this looking good. Everyone's poll numbers are going to sink. I think the House GOP is going to suffer more. But a bit of reality check here. You know, Paul mentioned how awful things were and occasionally entertaining political fights in our political past. This is different. We've often had divided government. We got things done. This is different. This is people playing politics with the full faith and credit of the nation, willing to go right up to that cliff and possibly over it to appease their own base. This is something dangerous and different.
Grover, you know, 790 days since this country lost its top credit rating, which of course was the last time we went through this. We have started to see debt react already in terms of interest rates a little bit this week. Now, we're not that close to it yet, but do you think that they are willing to default? I mean, I know you raise a very fair point that the date may not be the real date, but it seems to me that they're willing to default because they were willing to shut down the government.
Well, remember, President Obama opened this entire debate a couple of months ago saying he would close the government down if he didn't get a tax increase and more money. So he's been very clear that he's willing to close down the government, hit the debt ceiling. He did in August of 2011 make those threats. He didn't carry them out. We got $2.5 trillion in spending restraint over a decade because the president agreed to exactly what Boehner had suggested back then, which was very reasonable. Okay. So the president's position that he has to have higher taxes and more spending, that's not going anywhere. So I don't quite know what he wants.
A very, very quick final to you, Paul Begala. The Defense Department is now suggesting they could bring back 400,000 people who are furloughed by Monday. That is good for those people, and it's important. So, I mean, of course, we're all for that. But it also creates perhaps a sense of, well, this shutdown must not have been that important or that real if you can just bring back 400,000 people before the government even opens. Is that smart to do that?
National security has to come first. And so I will defer to Secretary Hagel and the folks at the Defense Department who are trying to keep us safe. But they may not be getting paid. You know, those Capitol Police officers who were involved in a deadly skirmish yesterday, not getting paid. I want to come back to the point that Grover makes about transparency. That's the kind of point that should be coming up in these negotiations. That's a valid point, Grover. I'll probably get fired from my position as a Democrat for saying that. That's the kind of thing they should be hashing out, but not what reportedly Speaker Boehner told his colleagues today, that what he wants is, get this, he wants cuts in Social Security, he wants tax reform, the Keystone Pipeline, ending the Medicare Payment Advisory Board, and killing the medical device tax. All 5 of those things. That's a Christmas wish list. That's just silly. That's just delusional. That's not the kind of negotiation you can have with the debt limit hanging over you.
Okay, well.